Så, välkomna till Genève. Idag är vi på Time to Watches, en independent-mässa som ligger en minuts gångväg ifrån den stora Palexpo-mässan med Rolex och Vacheron och Patek och dem. Vi kommer att köra lite därifrån också, men idag är vi här och det som är kul tycker jag med den här mässan är att här träffar du ju de som har gjort klockorna bland annat. Så att till skillnad mot på den stora mässan där Rolex och de är. Det är någonting som jag brinner för lite mer. Men ja, vi kan väl checka lite vad som händer.
My name is Stefan Scheck. I'm the managing director of Denison. Denison is a very old English brand, so it was created in 1874, obviously, a long time ago, and they became the biggest watch case maker at one point in the world. And they were doing all the cases for the big brands, the big Swiss brands. So the Swiss brands were sending their movements to the UK, and it was encased and assembled in Birmingham, where Denison was. And here you can see we have old Rolex, old Omegas, all on Denison, cases. And then in 1967, they stopped their operations. And after that, one of my associates based in London bought the brand and didn't do anything for a few years. And then we met and we said, okay, let's do a rebirth of the brand. So we were able to also get one of the best, designers in the world called Emmanuel Gate, who did a lot of, work for Piaget, Audemars Piguet. And what happened is that we told him, come up with a very nice case design, because, we put the emphasis on the case because, again, Denison was a case maker. So he did this, beautiful watch, took a bit of, inspiration from Vacheron, Piaget, Patek, and then came with, this beautiful case shape. And for us, it was important to have a very slim, elegant watch. So we are on a, Swiss Ronda quartz movement, because you can see it's only 6 millimeter thick. And then we also are putting a lot of emphasis on the dial. The dial is very important, and we wanted to go with stone dials. Again, a tribute to the past, to vintage, to nice watches. And here you can see that we have malachite, we have tiger eyes, lapis, and aventurine dials. And we even had some fun here and did some diamond set on our current watches. And this is the upcoming collection. So we have some stones here, rubellite. We have salmon, but again with on base metal embossed, coral stone, and this is wood dial. This is very interesting. That's the Denison brand.
Hi Alban.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, fine. I will show you how works our safe. So, you have an app, Wolf application. So Wolf, 1834, 190 years heritage brand. You enter to the app and we will be able to edit the rotation of every single watch inside of your safe. So, for example, you choose the model. So if we want to edit the rotation of this one is number 7. We go to number 7. For example, this watch is this one. It's a Cartier Roadster. It's 650 turns per day, and in a bidirectional movement. So we are able to really edit every single model of watch. It's a 350 kilos.
My name is Tom. I'm representing A.Lange and A.Lange under the umbrella of CDM Black. It's our mother company. So I revived A.Lange in 2014, started as a hobby project. And I just said to a reporter, it's still a hobby, but it's gotten a little out of hand. You should ask my wife. So 2014, Le Bois, we really focus on vintage-inspired watches of our own brand, so our own archives. And A.Lange, it was a sister of Le Bois all the way back since 1934. And A.Lange is more of a toolish brand, famous for the Type 20 watches that they supplied to the French army from the 1950s all the way to the 1980s. So both of them are Swiss made, so revived brands, but we chose to do production in Switzerland only. We are based in Holland, so there's a little triangle going on. French brands and production in Switzerland. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
OW was founded in '56 by two friends from Zurich. They were into military watches and decided to manufacture high quality diving watches, professional watches, and military watches. They quickly exported to the United States. The watches were sold throughout the Vietnam War to GIs, 50,000 during that period. Made watches for NASA also. This is not well known. Of course, Omega went to the moon, but one astronaut wore watches, 50 NASA engineers, and top 3 directors of NASA. And I bought them in 2017 as a fan.
Hello, welcome to the Doxa Suite. So for the occasion of Watches and Wonders, we at Doxa, we have released this new version. It's called the Sub 250T GMT. So it's a freehand watch with an old radium dial. This one is called the Sharkhunter Vintage.
So basically, HEMSIDA is an old Swiss watch brand, born in 1925, and in 1976 they launched this iconic model. So this one is the original one from 1976. We got it in really good condition, and the interesting thing about it is that they have a prism while reflecting the jumping hour disc. So that's why we put a big scale of what is going inside. So it's just a glass like this, and when you plug it just up to the disc, so you can see the reading the time. So it zooms a bit the numbers, and that's what is fun in this watch.
Ja, då var det dags att glida över till den stora mässan här, Watches and Wonders.
So, welcome here at the bar Loop, as we call it. It's our bar here at Watches and Wonders. So I will start with the new Orbit Purple. So the Orbit, for those who are not familiar with the function of the Orbit is a date-on-demand watch. So if you want to know the date, you push on the pusher here and the hand jumps to the date. So we use the ceramic bezel for the date indication. So not for a tachymeter or anything else, but we use it for the date. Now you can leave the date hand like this, so it will jump day by day, or it disturbs you in time of design, and you just reset it like a chronograph at 12 o'clock, and it always stays at 12 o'clock. So it's a date on demand function, so it's actually a retrograde date. It goes from 31st back to the 1st, and then it jumps day by day. We have a little micro rotor here at 12 o'clock, so it's an automatic winding mechanism. You have a little corrector here for the fast correction of the date. And as I said, that's the new purple with the DLC coating on the backside. First time with a textile strap and not with a metal bracelet. And on the backside you can see the really nice movement, how it's finished. So all our parts inside the watch are decorated 360 degrees, which means that if you take away this bridge, for example, you turn it, underneath the bridge you also have a nice finishing. So there's not one single unfinished area inside the watch, all with traditional finishings made in-house, like the caliber as well.
I explain you the story of the first chronograph. You see that Mr. Schaller, from this first chronograph, he developed the memories with the visible chronograph mechanism. This year, it comes from the same instrument, but with a completely new interpretation. He took the DNA of this watch, because you have to imagine that at this time, to have a watch like this, so pure, so clean, so functional, it was really special. Then what he took from this piece is the DNA to have it in a contemporary chronograph.
Was it so big?
Yes, alors, this is of course a replica, because the real piece is in a safe.
But this is the right size.
The right size, right weight.
Okay. We have to stand up. Wow.
And the watch is named 1816, the year of the invention of the chronograph. And you see that it took really all the detail for the dial. For example, you see that the two counters, they are really side by side. Then it was important for him to keep this configuration. And only for the dial, it's really complicated to produce. It's 23 pieces assembled together. With two finishing, we have a satin finish on the rib and a bed plastered finish inside the counter and on the dial.
Piece, really.
Same for the watch case. It also takes the two godron, the same we have on the first chronograph. Same design. Also the pressure, they're very clean. On the crown you have the fleur de lis. This is the emblem of the city of Bourges, where was born Louis Moinet, the watchmaker.
På kvällen så besökte vi Lake vecka där min kompis Christian Hagen hade sin release av sitt samarbete med Leica-kamerorna. Ja, då var det dags att åka hem och smälta de här dagarna i Genéve, och jag tror inte att jag kommer att kika på så mycket klockor under helgen. Nu är man ju ganska mätt på antalet klockor man har sett på de här dagarna. Men en superhärlig resa, inspirerande, och ja, vi ses snart igen.